Hey everyone, welcome back to Easy Speak World with Maya and Ethan, your favorite place where you learn real English through real conversations. I'm Maya and I am so glad you're here today because, I need to talk about something that happened to me this morning. Something that I think you are going to completely relate to. And as always, I've got Ethna here with me, so we're going to have a real conversation today. But first, Ethna, let me just ask you something before we even start.
Yeah, Maya, go ahead.
Okay, did you check the weather this morning before you left the house?
You know what? I actually didn't.
Okay, see, that is the thing. Because I did. I checked the weather app. It said sunny, 24 degrees, light breeze. Perfect. I thought, amazing. I'm wearing a light jacket. I'm feeling good. And then I walked outside and it was freezing. Like genuinely cold. The wind was hitting my face like it had a personal problem with me.
Yes, yeah. Weather apps have lied to us so many times, and yet we still trust them.
Every single time. And the worst part? I didn't bring an umbrella. And guess what happened about 20 minutes later?
Oh, no.
Rain. Just rain. Out of nowhere.
See, that's the thing with weather. It doesn't care about your plans. It does whatever it wants.
Exactly. And you know what this made me think? We talk about the weather all the time, every single day. How's the weather? It's so cold today. Looks like rain. But do we actually have the words to talk about it properly in English? Because today's episode is all about that, talking about weather in real, natural English, the way people actually speak.
And we're going to give you loads of useful words, phrases, and expressions that you can actually use in real conversations. Not just, it is raining. Real English.
Real English. Okay, but before we dive in, if you're enjoying Easy Speak World, please hit that like button right now and subscribe if you haven't already. We put a lot of love into these episodes, and it genuinely helps us reach more learners just like you. And here's our question for you today. Leave it in the comments. What's the weather like where you are right now? Tell us. Is it sunny, rainy, freezing? We want to know. All right, so let's start with something that I think a lot of English learners struggle with.
Weather is actually the #1 topic for small talk in English, especially in places like the UK. People talk about the weather constantly. Like, you walk into an office and someone says, "Cold out there, isn't it?" And if you don't have the words, it's uncomfortable. You just kind of smile.
Yes, the awkward smile. I've been there. You understand something was said about the weather, but you don't know how to respond. So you just go, and hope for the best.
Exactly. So let's make sure that never happens to you again.
Okay, so let's start with the basics, but we're going to do the basics in a real way. So instead of just it's hot or it's cold, let's talk about how native speakers actually describe weather.
Right. So first, it's absolutely freezing. That's when you'll hear a lot. Not just cold, absolutely freezing. The word absolutely makes it stronger. It's an intensifier.
And you'd say that when it's really, really cold. Like you walk outside and your whole body just goes, nope.
Yeah, exactly. And the opposite, instead of just hot, people say it's boiling or it's sweltering.
Ooh, sweltering. I love that word. sweltering, sweltering. It means extremely hot and humid, like you can't breathe properly, like the air itself is tired.
That's a good way to put it. And there's also muggy. That one's interesting.
Yes, muggy. That's when it's hot and humid at the same time, like the air feels thick and damp. It's uncomfortable in a very specific way.
Think of a hot summer day right after it rained. The ground is wet, the sun is out, it's muggy.
Perfect. So we have freezing, boiling, sweltering, and muggy. 4 ways to talk about temperature that sound way more natural than just very cold or very hot.
Okay, can we talk about rain for a second? Because I feel like rain is the one thing that has the most vocabulary attached to it. There are so many ways to describe rain in English.
Right, because it's not always the same, is it? Rain comes in many forms.
It really does. Okay, so you've got drizzle. What's drizzle, Ethan?
Drizzle is light, very fine rain, almost like a mist. It's not heavy, but it's enough to get you wet if you're out for long enough.
Yes, and people often say it's just drizzling, which means it's raining a little, but not badly. It's the kind of rain you might not bother opening an umbrella for. You just kind of accept it.
And then on the other end, you've got pouring, as in, it's absolutely pouring outside.
And pouring means very heavy rain. Like you walk outside for 10 seconds and you're completely soaked.
There's also the phrase, it's raining cats and dogs. Classic English idiom.
Ha! Okay, I want to just pause on this one because where did this even come from? Cats and dogs? What does that have to do with rain?
Honestly, no one really knows for sure. There are a few theories, but none of them are totally agreed on. What matters is it means it's raining very heavily. So if someone says, it's raining cats and dogs out there, you know to grab a proper umbrella.
Or just stay home.
Valid option.
And then there's a shower, which is interesting because it sounds gentle, but a shower in weather terms just means a short burst of rain. We might get a few showers this afternoon, that kind of thing.
Yeah, showers are usually brief. They come, they go. Drizzle lingers. And pouring, that just doesn't stop.
So, drizzle, showers, pouring, and raining cats and dogs. 4 rain words to keep in your pocket. So, drizzle, showers, pouring, and raining cats and dogs. 4 rain words to keep in your pocket.
All right, let's talk about wind, because wind is often the thing that makes weather feel so much worse than it is.
Oh, absolutely. Like, technically it might be 10 degrees, but if it's windy, it feels like -5. Have you heard the phrase wind to chill?
Yes. Wind chill is the way the wind makes the temperature feel colder than it actually is. So weather forecasters will sometimes say, the temperature is 8 degrees, but with wind chill, it feels like 2.
And that matters because you might dress for 8 degrees and then step outside and feel completely betrayed.
Yeah. Now, for describing wind itself, a light wind is a breeze. That's a gentle, pleasant wind. On a warm day, a breeze is actually nice.
A breeze is lovely, but then you've got gusty. Gusty means the wind comes in sudden, strong bursts. Not constant, just all of a sudden. Whoosh!
And blustery is similar. Blustery weather is rough, windy, and usually cold. It's a great word, very descriptive.
And the strongest? A gale, or a gale force wind. That's serious wind. Tree bending, umbrella destroying wind.
Ha, umbrella destroying, yes. If there's a gale, your umbrella is basically useless.
Do not fight the gale with an umbrella. You will lose.
Every time. Now, let's talk about clouds. Because clouds tell a story, right? They set the mood.
They really do. Okay, so, overcast. That's one of the most useful weather words in English.
Overcast means the sky is completely covered in gray clouds. No blue sky visible at all. It's not necessarily raining, but it's gloomy, heavy. It gives everything this dull, flat light.
And overcast weather does something to your mood, doesn't it? Like you wake up, you look outside, it's overcast, and you think, maybe I'll just stay in bed.
Yeah, honestly. And then there's partly cloudy, which means some clouds, but also some sun coming through.
Which is fine. Partly cloudy is fine. I can work with partly cloudy.
Partly cloudy is acceptable weather.
Acceptable, yes. Overcast, not acceptable. Partly cloudy, acceptable.
Okay, we're going to keep going because later we're going to share some really useful phrases, like how to talk about the weather with other people, how to start a conversation, how to respond, how to complain about it naturally in English. So stick with us.
And we'll also talk about some weather expressions that even intermediate learners don't always know. So stay with us.
Can I say something a little more, reflective for a second?
Sure, go ahead.
I think weather affects us more than we admit. Like, we always say, oh, I don't mind the rain, or I'm fine with cold weather. But honestly, genuinely, I think weather controls our moods way more than we like to believe.
I think you're right. There's actually a word for this, seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, which is a type of depression that's linked to reduced sunlight, especially in winter.
Which is fascinating because it means the weather can literally change your brain chemistry.
Yeah, and even on a smaller level, most people are just happier when the sun is out. You feel more energetic, more motivated.
Right, and on a rainy, gray day, even if nothing bad has happened, you just feel a little flat.
Exactly. And this is something that comes up a lot in English conversation too. People say things like, this weather is really getting to me, or I can't wait for some sunshine.
Getting to me, that's a great phrase.
it means something is affecting you negatively, bothering you. So this gray weather is really getting to me means the gray weather is making you feel low.
And the opposite. I'm in a much better mood now that the sun is out.
People literally say that. I have said that. It's very real.
Me too. I'm not going to pretend I'm immune to sunshine. Okay, let's get practical. Let's talk about how you actually use weather in conversation. Because it's not just about knowing the words, it's about knowing when and how to use them. Right, so small talk. In English, especially British English, talking about the weather is almost like a social ritual. You do it to break the ice, to be friendly, to fill a silence.
And there are some really natural phrases for this. So, lovely day, isn't it? That's very common. You're commenting on good weather and inviting the other person to agree with you.
And notice the isn't it at the end. That's called a question tag. It turns a statement into a kind of gentle question. You're not really asking, you're connecting.
And the response is usually something like, it really is, isn't it? Or, yes, finally, we needed some sun.
Or if the weather is bad, horrible out there, isn't it? Or can you believe this rain?
So if you lost your job but then found a better one, every cloud has a silver lining.
Exactly. And there's under the weather, which means feeling unwell or a bit sick.
I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, which means I'm not feeling great. I might be coming down with something.
It's a softer, more casual way to say you're sick. Very common in everyday English.
Then there's a storm in a teacup. Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, a storm in a teacup means a big fuss or drama over something that is actually very small. Like everyone is overreacting to something minor.
So if your colleagues are arguing intensely about what color to paint the office wall, you might say, oh, it's just a storm in a teacup. It'll blow over.
It'll blow over. There's another one. That means the problem or the situation will pass, just like a storm blows over.
So we have every cloud has a silver lining, under the weather, a storm in a teacup, and it'll blow over. 4 idioms that use weather, but are really about life. Okay, I want to have a real debate for a second.
Oh no.
No, it's a good one. What's your favorite season? And I want a real answer.
Okay, autumn. Final answer. Yeah, I love autumn. The leaves changing color, that cool, crisp air. The light is different. It's golden, but lower. Everything feels a bit more quiet and thoughtful.
Okay, that's actually a beautiful answer, but I'm going the other way. Spring. Spring for me always.
Spring? Why?
Because there's that feeling of relief. Like winter's over. The days are getting longer. Things are growing again. You can open a window. It's like the world exhaling.
Oh, that's good. The world exhaling.
Thank you. I thought of that right now.
But this actually gives us some useful vocabulary, describing seasons.
Yes, so autumn. In British English, it's autumn. In American English, it's fall. Both are correct. Both are used. Crisp is a great word for autumn air. It means fresh and sharp, cold but in a pleasant, clean way.
And for spring, mild. Mild weather means it's not too hot, not too cold. Comfortable, gentle.
Refreshing is another one. You feel refreshed, energized by the weather. Usually we say this about a cool breeze on a warm day.
And winter, bitter. Bitter cold. That's a strong word. It suggests the cold is harsh and unpleasant. Painful even.
And summer, well, we've already covered sweltering and muggy, but scorching is also great. Scorching hot. Like the sun is burning everything.
Good. So crisp, mild, refreshing, bitter, and scorching. 5 words for season-specific weather feelings.
Okay, let's put this all together. Let's do a little mini role play. Like, imagine you're at work and you walk in on a Monday morning. What do you say?
Right. So you walk in, it's been a miserable weekend, rainy the whole time. You see your colleague and you say, "What a weekend, hey? Didn't stop raining."
And they might say, I know, absolutely miserable. I was stuck inside the whole time.
Stuck inside. Great phrase. It means you couldn't go out. The weather kept you indoors.
And you could say back, same, couldn't believe how heavy it was. It was really pouring Saturday afternoon.
Then they say, "Well, looks like it's supposed to clear up later this week. Fingers crossed."
Clear up. That's an important one. When the weather clears up, it means the bad weather stops and it becomes nice again. The rain should clear up by Thursday.
And fingers crossed. That's an expression you use when you hope something good will happen, but you're not certain.
It comes from the physical gesture of crossing your fingers for luck, but we use it in speaking too, all the time.
So in that short exchange, you've used miserable, stuck inside, pouring, clear up, and fingers crossed. All natural, all real.
That's a whole weather conversation right there. You could use that tomorrow.
Okay, let's do a quick roundup because we've covered a lot today.
We really have. So, temperature words: freezing, boiling, sweltering, muggy, scorching, bitter.
Rain words: drizzle, shower, pouring, raining cats and dogs.
Wind words: breeze, gusty, blustery, gale.
Sky words: overcast, partly cloudy, clear.
Expressions and idioms: under the weather, every cloud has a silver lining, a storm in a teacup, it'll blow over, clear up, fingers crossed, getting to me.
That's a really solid set of vocabulary, and the key is use them. Try using them this week. Describe the weather to someone, even just to yourself.
Even if you're at home, just look outside and say, it's looking rather overcast today, a bit blustery, might get some showers later. Just practice the words. It makes such a difference.
All right, we're coming up on the end of today's episode. Before we go, what's the big takeaway?
I think mine is this. Weather isn't just small talk. It's actually a window into how people feel, how cultures work, and how language connects us. When you know the words, you can connect with anyone about anything.
For me, it's practical. The vocabulary we covered today will come up in real conversations all the time. Whether you're talking to a colleague, a neighbor, a stranger at a bus stop, weather is always there. And now you have the words for it.
And also, check the weather app, but maybe bring an umbrella anyway, just in case.
Very wise advice.
Learn the hard way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe. It means the world to us. And leave us a comment. What's the weather like where you are right now? We genuinely read your comments, and we love hearing from you.
And if it's sunny wherever you are, I am deeply jealous. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.